Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robbie Anderson, 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, snap came at 1. Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The punter Marquette King on to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And some room to work. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Detroit! Leopard!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
A first down throw from Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll take this one down to the 36. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
give. This is Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
All right, here we go.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's got this down to the 35. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty. Because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. And he's got some, and it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
A run for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They find some open field here. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Let's go.
Now it's Freeman. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Back to throw, Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Keenum to throw on second down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brandon Marshall in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Adam Gotsis in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mayfield now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Marquette King now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. On 1st down, it's Keenum. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Keenum. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail. Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive. And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too. No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Fresh off the pick 6, here's Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Chubb on the counter. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it again with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. This is Booker on the dump off. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Keenum now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the 50, it's Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, you got 3, we got 3.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go. Alert, alert. Three down.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Let's go. Tight, double tight. Everyone's got four down. Hey, 52. Get hot, we're good. Check 50.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They pitch it to Chubb, and he's got room. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Tight, guys, double tight.
gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Chubb. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the carry, it's Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A toss play to Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now Chubb. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This is Carlos Hyde, the former 49er, his first carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath for Booker. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Keenum now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he's got Booker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Cleveland, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.